Okay, so welcome to the fourth pocket. This is Joanne's pocket. And Joanne is actually going to start with just one set of 3 exercises to focus on some scapular awareness because, as we learned in the objectives and the introduction, she had a rotator cuff tear. So she's going to start in her stomach using the lat bars, chest at the top of the glide board. And the arms are going to be straight, and she's only going to be using the scapula, drawing the scapula down and together, and then the scapula will move right back up. Just creating some scapular awareness, getting the lower traps and the rhomboids firing. Perfect. Next exercise is going to be scapular protraction. And we'll just quickly have her turn over. She'll grab a pair of 10s, straight arms up to the ceiling, and she'll be working on scapular protraction. So bringing her shoulders into the glide board and then pressing her shoulders off the glide board, keeping her arms straight, minimizing any movement through the lumbar spine. And her third warm-up exercise is going to be just prone on the glide board again. We're just going to quickly move through this, have her face down, arms out to the side, and from the floor, so go ahead and take your arms to the floor, she's just going to lift up and she's going to focus on squeezing her shoulder blades together. Okay, so shoulder blade retraction. So we're just getting all the muscles firing so that when we go through the workout, she'll be able to stabilize her shoulder girdle better and be more aware of that stabilization process. Great. So then Joanne's going to come on up and we're going to move into the workout. Now, we discussed her knee injury earlier, so we do want to strengthen her legs for ballroom dancing, but we want to do it in a fashion that is not going to cause any pain or inflammation and move that joint through a full range of motion. So she's going to do a bridge squat because we want to also focus on a lot of core strength because of all the ballroom dancing that she does and loves to do. So she's going to push all the way up, and she's going to keep her hips high and just bend down and up. Okay, good core control. Her hips are going to stay the same height from the glide board as she moves down and up. Knees out over the toes. Good, and she moves that knee joint through a full range of motion with a percentage of her body weight, which is nice. So next, we'll just have her bring her feet down. We'll do the heel raise, okay? So we'll stay in this position. We'll move her feet down. So we discussed again in the objectives and introduction, straight legs, about her Achilles tendon injury and very challenging experience. So we're going to work the injured side eccentrically. So she'll assist with both legs on the lift, the concentric phase, and then she's going to go down nice and slow on the side that sustained the injury. And we're going to work that ankle through a nice strong range of motion. Good. And then we're going to have her flip over and she's going to do a sprinter start unilateral squat. So again, we're going to try to get into the quads. The bridge squat will get a little bit more glute hamstring, and this will be a little more quad focused. Joanne's not very comfortable. Go ahead and extend up and down. Kneeling, but a lot of the load here is on the forearms. She's got excellent body alignment, excellent body awareness, as you can see, and has always been a great athlete. So this, again, is going to work on those quads. Excellent. So that's our first sequence for the legs. Okay, next, we'll take the squat stand off, and we're going to use the standing platform, which is typically, I'm just going to lower the level here as well. We're going to lower down to level 2. We're going to take the lat bars down. I'm just doing all this while I'm up in this end. And we're going to attach the standing platform, which is typically used in Pilates. So we're just going to click that in. Good. So her first exercise now is going to be a prone unilateral pull-up with Superman. So she's going to be working the whole extensor chain as well as targeting the lats. So she's going to go ahead and pull up. She's extending through the hips. The glutes are firing great here. And then she's coming back down into that hover position. She's working unilaterally. So the both sides are going to get work, and the stronger side is not going to take over. So great core work, great arm work, and as well, great work through that lat. Excellent. Next, we're going to have her go over on her back. And she's going to do a chest fly exercise, but integrating a lot of core work. So just move your rear end down a little bit further. Again, her feet will be on the standing platform. She's going to take the dumbbell in one hand. She's going to move up into a bridge. So the glutes, low back, hamstrings are firing. She's going to lift this opposite leg up. So she's going to be bearing weight on the same side as the working arm. Now she's going to move the glide board up and down as she does the chest fly. So again, she's asymmetrically loaded, so she's got to stabilize her core so that she doesn't tip to one side. Her hips are staying nice and level. She's got to fire the glute on that supporting leg, and that hamstring is also talking to her throughout the exercise. So there's a lot working. Okay, we're also moving her knee through a nice range of motion, but it's not causing her any pain, okay, and it's not fully loaded. And pause, excellent. And then our third exercise is going to be in a lateral position. So actually, why don't we have you turn that way? Good work. And she's just going to use a 2-pound med ball here. So again, she's not comfortable kneeling, even side kneeling. So we're going to have her one leg front, staggered, hips up. A lot of work through that supporting shoulder. So she's going to be working hard through the supporting shoulder, reach that ball down, and then up. Okay, so as she reaches down to the floor and back up to the ceiling, she'll be adding some rotation through that supporting shoulder, a lot of shoulder girdle stability here, okay, as well as core work in a frontal plane, transverse plane. Good work, and pause. Excellent. So that's her second try set. So a lot of integration there, a lot of core control. Now, her next try set is going to be crossover crunch. That's it. So we're going to move up to level 3, and we're going to attach the pulley to the glide board. And we're going to have Joanne grab one handle, okay, laying on your back, 2 hands. So she'll be in an upright supine position. We're trying to integrate a lot of transverse plane, so you're going to be moving down towards the bottom of the glide board here. Scoot right down. Good. Excellent. Your hands are perfect, so you're going to look at your hands. You're going to keep this hip down on the glide board. You're going to come up and over to the inside of this leg. Excellent. So she's rotating, she's moving into flexion. When she dances, she is obviously going to have to stabilize, balance, have great core strength and overall extremity strength with a lot of different movements, a lot of different types of dance. So we're just trying to really target all those muscles that she's going to use when she dances. Excellent. So that's that crossover crunch. Next, we're actually going to do a standing extension. We're going to have her stand, not comfortable kneeling. She could do it on the GTS, but we'll have her stand. So she's going to actually grab the cable here with 2 hands. She's going to drive the movement with her legs. We're going to integrate her legs, and then she's going to extend right up. Okay, so she's going to be working her whole posterior chain as well as the upper back. Good, and she's getting great range through her shoulders at the same time, which is good. And she's improved tremendously in the last few months since she's been training here. And pause. Good. So third one in this sequence, right? This is our third workout sequence, not counting the warm-up, is actually the seated V-sit. I'll put those up and see if I can knock them over again. All right, so you're going to grab, you're going to lean back slightly, so she's using the incline, and she's just going to move the kettlebell side to side. So we're adding another rotational component, good core exercise, and she's keeping tall through the crown of her head. Great. She's got, again, great form. Good. So that's your third exercise in that third sequence. Excellent. Then last sequence, we're going to, again, use the standing platform. I love this one. Side splits. She's a dancer, so let's face this way, actually. Let's face the other way. Good. So she's going to first, let's stand on the standing platform first. Good. Then you're going to put your other foot on the glide board, and that leg is going to be straight. So you're going to grab with your right foot, your right hand. Sorry, can you just step off one sec? Made a little mistake here. We're going to detach the pulley, and we're going to lower down to level 2 for the last sequence. There we go. So we're going to place your foot on the glide board. Good. And we're going to have this hand on the bottom. And she's going to do a side split and rotation at the same time. So great adductor work happening here. So we're trying to strengthen her legs, quads, hams, adductors, abductors, without any inflammation on her knee or her ankle, her Achilles tendon, etc. So side split, rotation using the cable column at the same time. Good work. Pause. All right. So along with that sequence, we are going to do a prone cobra. So we'll have you lay down on your stomach. Good. And you're just going to lift those arms up, draw the shoulders away from the ears, long neck, chin down a little bit, and then back down. So we're trying to really refocus also on the shoulder blades drawing down and back. She's actually using the incline where gravity is assisting her. And this is near the end of her workout, so we're just trying to really get those shoulder blades down and back and reestablish great posture before she leaves. And then the last sequence we'll do actually, and actually we would normally do this in the middle. We would finish with the cobra. I always love to finish with the cobra. Her second exercise is a rebounder, a unilateral rebounder exercise. And so just because of that rotator cuff injury, she's got a light ball, and we've worked up to 2 pounds here. She's going to be doing some internal rotation, throwing, catching, decelerating. She has to do lifts when she's doing ballroom dancing. She's got to be up in a lift and stabilizing herself and moving, coming down and out. She's got to control the deceleration of her body. Okay, switch, face aside. So she'll also work external rotation. So we're just working on the deceleration phase, controlling that ball as it comes back to her, working on her hand-eye coordination. Great, and pause. Good. So that is Joanne's pocket. That is Joanne's program. And ready to go.